and it's a particular segment that we're talking about. It's people who are online, influencers to a certain extent. What have you learned, and what's the need to know?
Sure. So 1 in 5 Americans gets their news today from influencers. Influencers have a lot of power over what people think, especially politically these days. And what we heard from immigration lawyers is that despite influencers' status as citizens in the U.S., they are being advised not to post on topics that the lawyers are considering hot button for fear of potential repercussions.
So this is potentially severe. It's part of a broader backdrop where migration in and out of the United States is in focus. We talked about it earlier in the hour in the job sector. Are there any sort of examples of where this is already happening?
Sure. We have seen several examples of influencers in the U.S., both people who have been born here, people who emigrated here, people who might be undocumented, facing repercussions for the way that their speech is viewed by people both close to government and inside of the government. One of the examples that we use in our story is far left-leaning Twitch streamer Hassan Piker, who's been very outspoken on Palestine. He was detained and questioned when he was entering back into the country to Chicago O'Hare. And what he told us in an interview was that he believes that this was a tactic for people to become afraid of sharing their opinions on topics that might not align with current governmental positions.
Cecilia, just very quickly, has there been any reaction to our reporting from the government?
We haven't seen anything yet, but one of the concerns that I've heard from people who have read the story is that today's influencers who speak on politics tend to actually be more conservative than left-leaning, according to a recent Pew poll. And considering some of the concerns around speaking about certain topics in certain ways, there are worries that that gap might actually widen over time.